What is going on, everyone? This is Scream Truth. Thank you guys all for watching another Runescape video. I want to quick have a shout out to Alkin. I can't even imagine how hard it probably is to be hacked and to have all of these things happening to your account. And to anybody else who is keeping track of those videos, I don't know if they're still being posted, but don't click on the links to them, as they will send you to phishing websites to steal information. So, after that kind of sad note, let's talk about a little bit more happy things. Today's video, I really want to go ahead and discuss what I can expect to see in 2014. Now, I know that it's only the end of October, and dang it, but we got some pretty cool stuff, like, on lineup for next year. I'm almost kind of wondering how next year will pan out, because this year, as everyone knows, was the year of the players. So if that means that next year they're going to go back to technical stuff, you know, I'm not going to be really too much of a fan of that, and I don't see that really going down very well for me. I just don't like that idea. But as for like updates, what I would really like to see is the Elven Quest. Now, there was information that was released in regards to the Elven Quest being like, we want to try and make it the 200th quest, and it's going to be out to Saren and the Elves. Well, currently there's 190 quests in game, with at least one more intending to be released this year, which means that over the span of next year, there will be 9 quests, hopefully, which means that we could see Elven Quest in mid to late next year. And that's pretty awesome, because we've been waiting for this Elven Quest for a long time, and it's really good to hear that it's finally on its way. The thing that does concern me, though, is that when they do take away quests, that means it also gets rid of the amount of quests until that release, like when they did with the Death of Chivalry, which replaced the Black Knight's Fortress and the Ozan quest and all that kind of stuff. That was kind of disappointing. But what can you do? Okay, so another thing that we're looking forward to, probably next month, based on the behind the scenes, and we'll be covering the behind the scenes very shortly, as it's getting close to the end of October, is the Super Barrows Brothers with the level 90 shields. That looks pretty cool. I'm definitely going to be doing some Barrows Brothers this week, so if you guys want to see those kind of videos, make sure to check them out. Another update I'm really looking forward to is probably the HTML5, which should be coming out mid next year. I think that the beta is going by pretty good. It doesn't have as much help as it did before, but things are starting to get really smoothed out, and I'm able to play on it without crashing all the time, which is good. Finally, one of the biggest things is probably the new skill. Now, everyone wants to see the new skill. Some people are saying that it's devotion, as you use the energy towards a god, and then you get certain benefits and items out of that because it's a production skill. I can see that being the case, especially because Mod Osborne kind of let it slip in, I think it was either a live stream or a podcast. I don't remember which of the two it was. He kind of let it slip, but it wasn't like enough to be like, oh yeah, that's definitely what it is. It was just like enough to be a speculation. So yeah, what else could you do, you know? I also think that we're going to be seeing the graphical rework of Artie, and we're going to be seeing the graphical rework of Falador. Can the Dwarven City, I don't think we're going to see for a long time, because they just didn't do it. But those two cities were currently on their list. I think Brimhaven is also going to be on that list, which is really cool. So that means that we're going to be seeing some pretty awesome updates for next year. And I think that does tie into the line of how they went about it the year before this year, when this year being the year of the players. Last year they just did a bunch of updates and stuff that people weren't exactly the most happy about. I think that's the perfect time for them to go ahead and put out a bunch more graphical updates. That seems more like the direction that they're going to be going next year. But we'll find out a lot more at RuneFest, which is, I think, next month. I'm not really keeping track of RuneFest that much. I should be. I'm going to be covering the RuneFest releases, and we're going to go in depth on each and every single one of them, and I'm pretty excited for that. So, what do you guys think is coming out next year? Comment below, let me know. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time.